Hey TSG, this is the Schwantz27, and I do a series on my channel called Zombie Lies, where I break down the bullshit that gets spread around the community. Today's topic is dedicated servers in Call of Duty. Michael Condrey recently revealed, quote, "We will be supporting dedicated servers, and there will be announcements soon on which providers and platforms." Now, forgive me as I'm quite skeptical of this after the last time a Call of Duty developer talked about dedicated servers and then we got this. Now, there are several myths that are going around the community regarding dedicated servers and if it's even possible for Call of Duty to implement them. Most people that argue against the proponents of dedicated servers cite two things: cost and population. These excuses are complete bullshit, and if Thunder graciously copied the description with all the links that I had in it, all of my sources will be in there just in case you don't believe me. If you remember back to the life cycle of Black Ops 2, they implemented dedicated servers in certain playlists, and this was discovered by a Reddit user named Zboon. He traced the host IP back to a company named Game Servers. If you go to their website, you could see that you could purchase dedicated servers for games such as Battlefield 4 and Call of Duty Black Ops. A ranked Black Ops server costs $15 per month. It says it right on the fucking site. I sent them an email asking about their $189 package on the dedicated page that they have on their website. They told me that it would hold 8 Battlefield 4 servers with 64 players each, or similar for Call of Duty. So let's round that up to about $20 per month per server. And by the way, these numbers are on an individual basis. If we were a huge company buying swaths of dedies, we'd certainly get a discount, but let's go for the worst case scenario here and say $20 a month per server. Now, how many servers will we need? Pre-orders on Advanced Warfare are down 80% from Black Ops 2, which was the best-selling Call of Duty of all time, as of September 30th. That's fucking pathetic, but still, 80% of the 7.5 million that Black Ops 2 got is 1.5 million. Now, let's be optimistic and say that people will come out in droves and double that pace, which will never happen based on these numbers, but again, worst case scenario. Let's assume that all 3 million of these people will play multiplayer at exactly the same time, which is a huge stretch, given the largest amount of concurrent people I've ever seen online during Black Ops 2 was in the first week of its prime. That was about 700,000 on the Xbox 360. Of course, you'd then have to double that number to get all the users to include PlayStation and PC, but it's nowhere near that 3 million mark that I just said. So, let's go with that as the high water mark. Now, I know I'm gonna lose all of you plebeians that suck at math, but trust me, I did the fucking calculations here. If 12 players fit in one server, which is a 6v6 server. Now, I know there are Ground War servers that have 18 players, but there's also free-for-all servers that have 8 players and multi-team servers that have 9 players. So, let's average this out to 12 players. That would mean that Call of Duty would need 250,000 servers in order to support that 3 million player base. If you multiply 250,000 by the $20 per server, you get $5 million per month in server costs. Multiply that by 12 months and you get $60 million for 1 year of dedicated servers. Well, fuck, that is a lot of money. Or is it? I couldn't find launch costs for MW3, Black Ops 2, or Ghost, but I did find it for Black Ops and Modern Warfare 2. The launch cost, which is the cost to develop, market, package, and sell the game to the public, was around $250 million for each game. By the way, the development costs themselves were only around $30 or so million. They spent 3 times as much on marketing and advertisement for the game. Are you fucking kidding me? Everyone and their grandmother knows Call of Duty, and then it comes out copy and paste every year in November. There's no fucking reason to have that much money go into marketing. Anyways, back to the topic here. First day sales figures for these games: 310 million for Modern Warfare 2, 330 million for Black Ops, and for the more recent games, Black Ops 2 was over 500 million fucking day one. That's just one fucking day of sales. If you add in the $60 million per year cost of dedicated servers to the launch cost figures that I cited earlier, you still don't even come close to the amount of revenue returned just in sales of the game in one day. This doesn't include DLC and micro DLC that we've all come to know and love in our Call of Duty games. So, the cost of dedicated servers isn't too much for Activision to handle. They'd make that money that they spend in 1 year on servers back in just the first fucking day of sales. Not to mention, they could always do a rent-a-server program like in Battlefield if they really want to recoup some of the costs. Could you imagine how cool that would be? You could have your own server and make up your very own rules. I know Thunder would probably have a server where the snipers are banned, but you could make a custom game servers like Michael Myers, or knife-only servers, or restrict certain loadout combinations, or even have competitive servers for all you game battles sweaties. The other issue is capacity or population. 250,000 servers is a lot, but is it too much? Fuck no! Microsoft announced back before the Xbox One launch that they have over 300,000 dedicated servers for developers to use in their games. Assuming that half of the servers are for Xbox players, which they probably aren't given how paltry the numbers are on Xbox One, but there's certainly enough in the Azure cloud to handle a 125,000 server demand. I mean, Microsoft has been paying Activision to have content on Xbox first. Maybe Activision should ask for some fucking dedicated servers instead of some goddamn money. What happens with the PlayStation users then? Well, going back to game servers, I asked them if they could tell me their capacity, and they shot me down with some bullshit proprietary information about our network and capacity excuse. So I went back to the Enterprise page and saw that they have the ability to handle 4 million concurrent users. Even if our estimated 1.5 million concurrent users in the worst case scenario, this one single company could provide enough dedicated servers for our player base. There are definitely enough physical servers in the world to handle this kind of load. And I'm not talking about ones that Tiana Lin takes to the face. So Michael Condrey gave himself some leeway in his statement, but in reality, it's not up to him. It's up to Activision to pony the fuck up and give their fans that they always try and embrace and always try and beat their drum about how they have the awesomest fans in the world. Let's give them a fucking better experience than this peer-to-peer bullshit. Now, dedicated servers isn't the end-all be-all to lag, because you still have got to connect to it via your AOL dial-up hamster-like modem, but hey, it's a start. Call of Duty has brought their content and their game setting into the future. How about bringing your infrastructure and your backbone up to the fucking present at least by putting in dedicated servers? Hopefully this puts to bed some of the bullshit that's been going around our community. I want to give Thunder a huge shout out for letting me upload to his channel, and I've been the Schwartz27. Just like a newborn baby, I'm out this bitch. Until next time.